Hey everyone, Kane here, and in this video we're gonna talk about the hero Pallas and my experiences whether or not I was able to make him pretty decent. Now, like from the top, I tried plenty of things. I tried making him overpowered, and in the end, he was probably worse and even worse than two packs of friggin' skeleton warriors, and that was surprising to say the least. So the equipment I have used on him was mainly majority of the items from my Basric. So I used the full flawless Drake set, the bow, and the helmet. The I suppose armor was something different. And in terms of artifacts, I tried to use an artifact the same as this for the attack speed, which is like 15% damage. Then the loss of health equals more damage, and then additional bonus physical damage, rather. Then that was okay, so I decided to kind of try. Where is it? God damn it. I can't find Sunflare. So I tried using this, and this was even worse. Incredibly worse. I don't know why. The thing is, this adds a lot of range to him, and one of his abilities, which is like a charge based, not arc, more like a beam, something like that. Basically, it starts not really reaching stuff which he should be reaching. So if you add quite a bit of range in the end, he's not going to be able to hit anyone with that, I think. So that was quite a lot of damage lost. So essentially, either you make him range and then he has like these questionable, like high burst area damages, like this one, or you give him an unsafe position and then he's gonna start to do, I suppose, some damage and then potentially die. Now I haven't assigned this stuff here, so we might do this because eventually I'm planning to go back to Rakan. So yeah, in the version of the attack values and stuff like that, I've had over 5 million, I think 5.1 million. I've also used Devastating Strike, level 8 or level 9, and he still didn't do anything. The skills that I had was Rift Core to level 9, level 10 since the Drake set, level 2 Absorption, level 10 Meteor Flang, level 2 Beam, and level 6 Endless Night with the ultimate at level 6. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't think the beams did anything or would do anything, so I tried to go for like this, I suppose, basic attack, bulky type damage, but it didn't work out. For the hero mastery, I just gave him the Arcane 10, or rather the Rage 10, which basically for every attack that he does, he got about 6% more damage, stacks 20 times, so it ended up him getting like 120% more damage, and his basic attacks were still doing literally nothing. So let's see. I'm gonna show his equipment here in just a second. So this was a cutoff. I didn't use him from this point and just brought in my Bajrik after that. So this one, let's see what kind of stuff I had on him. So this fight, I've used the Sunflare on him. I have level 8 Devastating Strike, 5.1 million attack, and as you can see, level 10 to stuff like that. And also, I had potential 35 on him. So yeah, he was actually not too bad in terms of what he could be. Some people see a lot of effect on level 50, level 70 potential, but those are like pretty friggin' whaley people, and a person like me probably is not gonna be using this hero just because of that for quite a while. So in terms of damage, let's see. He did 138 million damage. Now, do keep in mind, I took off Nora's Sunflare and added like a Halcyon's Edge on her, so she did more damage. My Tisafin didn't even have like almost any damaging hero masteries. I think she had like a Arcane 2 only, and she was doing this amount of damage. She doesn't have a Drake set, she didn't have a high star artifact, all that kind of stuff. The same for Arion. He has like a 3-star Mystic Scepter, something like that, and a level 8 Prism as well, and he just tripled the damage. Ophidia, also level 3 artifacts, I think level 8 Prism as well, the Spirit Fracture, and like my mages just literally explode everything. So before we go further, people will say, yeah, but my mage research is a lot higher than the row. Now, if you can see the number, sure it is. However, most of my researches up until tier 12 are maxed, and then I have a few levels in each of those, right? So if we go towards the mage, everything up until tier 12 is maxed, a few levels in each of them, and then I have tier 15 maxed. Now, I thought this was gonna like give me insane boost of damage even in PvE content, and honestly, this didn't add anything in PvE in general. In PvP, I'm not sure I actually noticed this. Not gonna lie, I expected to do a lot more damage, and in the end, I wasn't doing incredible amounts more damage. So probably this added something, but it didn't add something that like would over boost my mages, since my mages were already doing that amount of damage or close to what they were doing before. So people saying that my mages are incredibly over boosted, they will be whenever I finish tier 16, but until then, unlikely. So this was another fight that I had. One moment, let's just check Pallas. So I was using Halcyon's Edge again for attack speed, 3-star and then 4-star. The 2-star I don't think actually worked on him. Same stuff. I wasn't able to even kill any tank, or rather any mechs of his, and the damage was basically friggin' Solaris did more. Like, this guy wasn't even focused by anyone. Let's see what stuff happened. Now, I don't have an Aura Blast that could have some effect on his DPS. Basically, my Elana has a buffing artifact, Flores has a buffing artifact, starts firing, and like my mages are like Valerie, like Avril, etc., are doing damage. Like, this is most of the damage from my mages, and still is getting out healed, out tanked, and all that kind of stuff. And this hero in particular is just literally doing nothing whatsoever. And I think he got killed 30 seconds into the match. Yeah, and like any gladiator, like reaching him pretty much makes him die. Like, literally, he cannot do anything to him. Then I'm not sure. Yeah, so this one is the last fight that I had, I think, or the first one with Pallas. So Pallas, 150 million damage. Now again, Nora without the mastery, Rufio. Now the thing is, like, people can say, oh yeah, but you didn't have your mages are overpowered. Like, even friggin' Rufio, even like Nora was doing more damage than him. Like, my Rufio sure is decked out, sure he has pretty good items, but pretty much the same stuff is literally on the rogues, and the rogues are kind of meant to do the amount of damage. And now, like Valerie, Avril, etc., the mages, they do incredible amounts of damage. Some of the damage can be like from that Valerie, rather bloated and whatever, but she does happen to do that amount of damage or close to that amount of damage. Though you have to keep in mind that the stronger the people, the better the buffs they have, the more HP they have, and the HP regeneration stuff as well works a lot better to them. So as you can see, like my Valerie is damaging the trees, damaging the archers. Like they are getting incredible amounts of damage, right? And they're getting out healed by a lot of artifacts that the enemy has, by Gan, by Azure, and stuff like that. And in the end, that damage seems pretty high, but that damage didn't do anything because I wasn't able to kill anything or do a quick, huge burst of the amount of damage. Now, as you can see, the healing that the enemy had, like, pretty much makes up for quite a lot of the damage, or would be. Yeah, as you can see, skeletons are also tanking pretty well. Now, majority of these fights that I had, Pallas didn't really go over 200 million, or he was close. Then I literally redid everything on my Basric. Basric literally doubled the damage that Pallas is doing, and some people even said, "Oh yeah, I would replace like Basric in like the formation in general." And honestly, Basric sometimes can appear top 3 DPS depending on which kind of faction you're facing. And then the last fight that I had against someone here, literally my skeletons also doubled Pallas damage, but Pallas wasn't here. So yeah, it's pretty hard to judge a hero like that. Probably he can work in very, very end game or late game. The same for something like Bane, right? So in early, Bane is useful, mid, Bane is useless, and late game, Bane is one of the friggin' beasts that you can barely kill. So it's, I suppose, sort of a similar thing like that. Now, I've seen a few things in terms of the replays in the dual tower. Let's see, one moment. I believe there was a bunny with a replay of his palace doing 2.3 billion. So, wait, what? Where is it? Well, his palace did 1 billion. Oh, this is probably the other fight? What? I don't understand. I clicked on another fight or what? I could have sworn that this was 2.3 billion. What the hell? Now I'm confused. What the hell happened to what? Uh, I'll try to look for a match and will re-edit and come back whenever I find it. So sorry guys, I wasn't able to actually find it. Something happened and literally the replay was changed in terms of the damage that Pallas had done, which is honestly quite surprising. One moment, where is that fight? What the hell? Where is it? Now the entire fight disappeared, or what the hell? Yeah, that fight was just here. Man, the hell. Let's see. Man, this is confusing. Like now, the whole replay just disappeared. Are you serious? Wow. All right. So yeah, that's I suppose pretty much it. The replay just disappeared before your very own eyes. Like it was there and then it's gone. Anyways, questionable hero, to say the least. Even the damage on replays actually changed after the fight was already over. Now, people are still testing, they're trying out a lot of different builds, redoing hero masteries, prisms, equipment, all that kind of stuff. So if people do happen to find a pretty good Pallas build, probably I will not reset him and redo another video. But as of right now, of my own testing, of my own swapping, of my own swapping, uh, like masteries, prisms, equipment, all that kind of stuff, even a few skills, he wasn't really any use in mid type of the game or mid tier game. So I'm not sure if he's really that worth $30 at least at the moment. But you have to take note that there are some rewards here which you can acquire for that $30, which you won't be able to do whenever he comes out for free or in the sets bags, which means quite a decent amount of experience, some potential potions, prism experience, and as well as a random true prism, which I got an amethyst from, which is not that useful to me. So that aside, you also get something like this border and as well as the nameplate. Now the nameplate kind of looks okay, but it's cosmetics for $30, and eventually you will not have to spend your soul bits on a hero. Instead, you will be able to go for stuff like, I suppose, the skin for another hero. But that aside, honestly, for the moment, the hero is pretty lackluster, not very useful, and in the meta of the mages, he is pretty bad. Like, literally one of the worser DPS heroes that um, people can have. Now, again, do keep in mind this was like a testing in terms of the mid game, and people may have different experiences in the late or the end game. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care and stay safe out there.